So where you throw that pebble into the water and it gives that ripple effect, that's you committing your crime. And karma exists. So the ripples will go out, and when they reach the end, they'll come back in to where the stone was. It's the same as you and your energy. You pulse out energy. How you speak, how you think, what you do, it's like pulses. It'll hit a wall and then come back to you. Just like the ripple effect. If you put out a good ripple, the ripples going out and coming back will be good. You put out a bad ripple, same like negative and positive. Like if you look at the incidents in the city of Liverpool where the children are being murdered by drug dealing groups, the ripple effect on the city was horrendous. Still feeling it now. And just as we were getting over young Greece, we had young Ava. Ripple effect. Trauma. Families all over the gap, ruined. Families who have already suffered, triggered. Big ripple effect. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then young Olivia. Boom, boom, boom. That's massive on any city that goes through that. That negative, dark, poisonous ripple effect shakes the whole city up, and it takes time to recover. And whether you like it or not, quit. Anyway, that's like, we're speaking about that ripple effect, and look how we feel. Precisely my point. You're feeling a low frequency in here now because of what we're speaking about. That's what that is. And we're doing it on a regular basis. You know, 16-year-old kids being lifed off, 14-year-old kids being killed, 19-year-old kids being shot dead, 19-year-old kids getting lifed off, 18-year-old kids lifed off, 19, 21-year-olds lifed off. Murders all over the gaff, young girl murdered by that weirdo who smokes weed and deals. It's just all not about there, mate. Everyone just like, I don't know though, you know, it might just the way I'm perceiving things. You know, I might be looking at things that yous aren't. Yous aren't arsed, basically, eyes. Well, some of yous are. But you understand where I'm coming from, don't yous? I think we all have different perceptions depending on what route we've took in life and what experience we've gained in life. That's how you gain. That's how you perceive things in life, through your experience, isn't it? Or is that wrong? As I say, I haven't read this in no book, I'm just telling you how I go through life. So when I'm talking deep and intense, you've got to understand, like, if you had someone who had a hobby, and he'd been on that hobby for nearly a decade, and you got him onto that subject, he's going intense, he's going passionate, he's going to know you've never heard before because he's been deep in it. And that's what I'm like when it comes to, like, Choose a Life Not a Knife, organised crime groups, drug dealing on our estates. All that, you got to understand the damage, mate. How many families have you seen break down as soon as one of the members have become addicted to something? And as I say, look, I keep on screaming about gangs and organised crime groups and the Surrey boys and all that, because that's who's doing it, that's who's peddling it. I'm not saying, listen, John Taylor, at number 56, you better get off your fucking bike and stop selling crack off that drug dealing phone. Quite easily done. I can do it. I'm screaming at you as like, I've been one of yous. A lot of yous are getting used. I was one of yous getting used growing up. Them lads that was using yous, or still using you now, I've also been one of them. Using lads like me and like you. I've been on both sides of the coin. I've been used, manipulated, conditioned, left to fin rot. Just like half of yous will do. I've also used, conditioned and left kids to rot. Just like half of yous will if you continue in the game. It's just a horrible poisonous cycle. That's what you're going to end up like. Just used and abused. Sitting in jail with nothing to look forward to in life except that you'll go to jail. You'll still live that life because you've got to act hard in jail. You've got to put a front on in jail. You can't be weak. If someone says something little to you, you've got to act because everyone else is watching you. That's you total, mate. As soon as you enter that mindset, the hyper vigilant observation mindset, you're tapped. Trust me, kids, you get out a different personality, different character. People that used to love having you around don't want you around now. This is what happens, mate. You got to understand. I'm in jail. Let's see. I'm in jail. Sarah G, what should I do? Be good and get out of jail. Toe the line. Avoid the medication and the knobheads and get an education, regardless of how boring it is, regardless of how monotonous it is. Just sit in there and put in your brain. Take your mind off outside. Leave outside alone. If you've got a bird that's battered in your head while you're in there, cut it off straight away. These are all things to protect your mental health whilst you're in custody. What I've just told you basically is the correct way to do your jail if you get double figures. Any jail basically. A little year, keep your bird on the go. Anything over a year or two, swerve your bird. For their benefit, first and foremost, but for yours, trust me. There's loads of kids in jail on TikTok. Good on you, mate. If you can do it, do it. Trust me, if you're going through all that risk of putting up your backside the size of a hand. That's what these iPhones are these days, mate, what these have got. And they're going in them gaps, mate. Not everyone's using them stashes on your cupboards. It's like they don't know. Using them stashes on your cupboards, you know, scraping the wood out and all that, using them in 98 and 99, and you were finding them like that. So if your fella's telling you, I'll just stash it in the cupboard, he's lying. Half of you birds whose fella's in jail, you'll find out that they like a little bit of, you know, a little bit of tampering that they've never liked before. All of a sudden they come out of jail, they're liking it all of a sudden, encouraging it. Hey, dropping crazy ins to get you little dirty, you know what I'm saying, love? That's because they've been abusing themselves in the pen with phones. In and out 3 times a day sometimes. Think about that. Just for a sec. Not too much, it'll make you sick. No? Don't you reckon? Have you been in jail? Have you done a jail sentence? Yeah, I've done 3 months, get out. Done 3 months shaving, you little cunt. Jail is like a psychological theatre of war. That's what prison's like, mate. You've got everyone testing the waters. Even the scrawniest piece of on the wing is testing the waters. Even if it's just for a couple of Lenore or a tea bag. You know, you giving him a tea bag gives him the indication that he can get anything he wants off you. That's what it's like in there. Every cunt test the waters unless you let them know. Don't dare test the waters. Or you can just become a Muslim. Happy days, no one will test the waters with you. And that's what everyone does. Well, not everyone, you know. A lot of people revert to Islam because the shook motherfucker, they understand the protection that they get when they join the religion of Islam. In a respectful way, people. Not in a hateful way at all, so don't try and twist it, use little helmets. Solidarity, mate. That's what it's all about.